Hi everyone, I'm Valerie Ibarra. Welcome to my kitchen. In today's video, I'm gonna share one of my favorite recipes, which is a chocolate mousse pie made out of silken tofu, right? Who would have thought you could make pie out of tofu? Well, let's go. So for this recipe, you will need some Oreos, dates, walnuts, dark chocolate, stevia, silken tofu, the star of the show, a food processor or blender, and a double broiler, which I just created with 2 pots, a measuring cup, and a pie tin. All right, so let's get started with the pie crust. So for the pie crust, you'll need 1.5 cups of walnuts, which you'll pour into the food processor and just pulse it out. You'll then add your 18 pitted dates, and yes, make sure they are pitted because I have forgotten to take off the pits and I have bitten into a pit, and it is not fun when you're eating a nice, delicious mousse pie. Once you're finished with the dates, go ahead and add 6 Oreos into the mix and just continue to pulse it until you get a cookie dough-like texture. So you might have to check it multiple times. I know I checked it about 2 times just to see that I got the texture I liked. And once you've got that texture, go ahead and pour it onto the pie tin and press it into the pie tin. I like to get it all on the sides and press it nice and firmly because it's the base of the mousse and you want it to be good. And once you're finished with that, just set the pie crust aside as you'll use it later. So now let's get started with the mousse. You'll need 2 cups of chocolate chips and you'll pour it onto your double broiler. So essentially I use 2 pots. You fill the bottom one with boiling water and then you set the smaller one on top and just mix the chocolate until it melts. You've got the option to pour it onto the crust and just set that aside as well. For the mousse, the best part, you'll need 1 pack of silken tofu. Put it into the food processor and go ahead and pour the melted chocolate onto the silken tofu, and you're gonna go ahead and pulse it out until you get a nice mousse-like texture. So you want it to be airy and fluffy, and I just mix it for a little bit. Sometimes I have to scrape the chocolate on the side. And you also have the option to add a little more sweetness, so you can add some stevia or whatever sweetener you'd like. I know my partner loves stevia, so we add that on there. I like it without it, but it's fine. It turns out perfect either way. And once you're finished with that, just pour the mousse onto your pie crust and just spread it out evenly so that it looks pretty. And then you can add a little more texture and a little more fun by crumbling some Oreo pieces and just pressing it onto the mousse. I like to add a good bit of them because it just adds nice texture to it. And then I like to split 1 Oreo and just put it right in the center because I think it adds a nice touch. And that's it, you've got yourself a delicious chocolate mousse pie. And as you saw, it requires 0 baking, and all you have to do now is just pop it in the fridge, wait for it to settle, and then you get to enjoy it with your friends, your family, or even by yourself. 0 judgment here if you want to eat the pie by yourself. It's delicious, so go for it. And yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll definitely be sharing a lot more recipes, so be on the lookout for that. So subscribe to my channel so you can know when the next video is coming out. And also comment below for any recipes you'd like to see. I would love to make some recipes that you want to see. So yes, support my channel, like this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much, y'all. Bye.